What's good, fam? What's good? Hey, it's your boy Just Say No to Sco, y'all. I'm in here with my dog, Van Lathan. I pulled the whip over. I told y'all I was going to bring him on the platform. He told me he was going to pull up. Hey, you a man of your word, fam. What's good, bro? Welcome to the show, bro.
Anything, bro. You show love when we was out there in Dallas, so of course I gotta show love back. We brothers.
I want to ask you, speaking of Dallas, I'm glad you brought Dallas up. Tell me this, fam. Wow, salute to you, salute to 50 Cent, Mona Scott, the whole hip hop homicides. It was dope, bro. What did you learn coming to Dallas, fam? What did coming out here to Dallas to to do a further look into the story of Mo3? What did you learn out here in the city, fam? I'm in the city right now. What did you learn from the city?
I learned that Dallas is going through a lot of the same things that a lot of other cities in America, you know, um, are going through when it comes to some of the beefing, some of the
Yeah,
different sides,
yeah,
and how people tearing things up. You just don't hear about it, right? You just started hearing about what's popping in Jacksonville a couple of years ago. Obviously, Chicago, New Orleans, places like that.
yeah,
But Dallas has obviously its own culture, its own hip hop, its own sound, different walk, talk, all of that. But
yeah,
like the same stuff that's going on in a lot of these other places, it's going on in Dallas, and I didn't even realize to what degree it was.
yeah. Tell me this. What do you think about the legacy of Mo3? You came out here and did the story on Mo3. Do you feel like Mo3 gonna always have that, that name here in the city? Because I'm gonna tell you this, Mo3 is one of the hardest. Like I said on the show, Mo3 is one of the hardest, to ever come out the city. From what you learned
Mm.
about him, do you think his legacy will always, be a part of the city of Dallas?
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting about the legacy of Mo3. What I learned about Mo3 as a man and how much he meant to his family, how much he meant to his
Yeah,
community, how much he meant to Dallas. There's kind of two things that I took away from really getting to know the life of Mo3. One is that part of Mo3's legacy, unfortunately, will be what didn't happen for him.
yeah,
Because when you get into the music, not just the music, but the man who he was, sky's the limit for Mo3. I really do think that Mo3 was going to be one of the top 10, top 5 biggest stars in hip hop. Just with
yeah,
the swagger, just with the aura, that was a superstar. No doubt about it. That was
yeah.
an absolute superstar.
Nah, most
So,
definitely.
and just learning just how everybody held him close, and like the absence that people feel in their lives because he's not here anymore. Just showed you like just how loved he was. The second thing I learned, the second thing I think Mo3's legacy, I hope Mo3's legacy will be, is sort of a lesson for Dallas. And I want to make
Yeah,
sure that it don't come across like, I'm from Baton Rouge and I'm living in LA. I want to make sure it don't come across like I'm preaching or like I'm in any way trying to give game. But he was a gigantic star, and he was about to break through a glass ceiling that would have been good for everybody in that
yeah,
city. I'm talking about the rappers, the rap bloggers, the
yeah,
event spaces, the everything. When a rapper blows like that, think about what a Drake did for Toronto. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's not to say that Dallas hadn't had hip hop before. Dallas had hip hop. Dallas has been on the map with that. But I'm saying, hopefully people understand, when you come from a certain place, and I know it's hard,
We ain't
that a
got it
lot
yet
of
though. I'm gonna say that. I don't feel like I feel like we've been close, but when you think about Post Malone is from the Dallas area. You know,
yeah,
White guy. You
that
think about Vanilla
that's
Ice.
different though, Sco. That's
Yeah,
different,
but
man.
we,
They're not
we
gonna do it. Yeah, they're not gonna. I'm not. This is not a diss to Posty. He's a nice
yeah,
guy. I've met him
yeah,
before.
okay, yeah,
That's different, Sco. I'm talking about somebody that's gonna bring the hood with them. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. There we go.
That
There
like
we go.
and so all I'm saying is, not to be too long winded. All I'm saying is, man, don't put out your sons. Don't put your fires out. All of that preaching peace shit, I know it's not gonna fall on deaf ears because people been going back and forth for a long
Yeah.
time. I'm telling you, it's better if you could do it together. That's all I'm saying. I see that in every city that we was in.
Nah, that's real. That's real shit. Nah, that's real. And what I was saying was, I feel like Dallas, like you said, Mo3 was gonna break through that glass ceiling. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I feel like Dallas, we still we done had some big records come out of here, but we ain't never had that just that nigga from the hood to just really take it to the mainstream. Now, speaking of to people passing away, lost in hip hop, we lost Gangsta Boo yesterday. You
Yeah,
know what I
bro.
mean? What was that? How did you feel hearing that news, man? Gangsta Boo is a legend in the city of Memphis. You know what she's done for the game. How did you feel hearing that news about Gangsta Boo?
That was my homegirl. Man, let me tell you
Oh,
something. Years ago, I'm walking into like a brunch situation in LA,
yeah,
and I hear somebody outside and they go, Van. And I look over, they go, TMZ. And oh, I'm like, what? And I'm like, hey. And I put my leg over, you know how like you be having like a little wall outside when people eating outside. I
yeah,
put my
yeah,
leg over the wall and went over there and I talked to her. And we just struck up a little friendship. She was real. She was wild. She was cool as hell, down to earth as hell. I remember
yeah,
I did this interview with Moneybag Yo, and I mentioned her name and how important she was. She hit me. She was like, "Yo, I can't tell you how much it meant to me that you shouted me out." Blah blah blah. We exchanged numbers. We started going back and forth. I don't know what happened out there, bro, but it just hurt my heart, man. Like
yeah,
at the beginning of the year to lose somebody that's so important, and now unfortunately, after she's gone, everybody's going to learn just how important she was.
yeah. Real shit. I agree with you, man. Gangsta Boo is most definitely when you come to especially the South. You know what I mean? Especially the black women in the South. You got the Mia X.
Sure.
You got Trina. You got Gangsta Boo. So yeah, Gangsta Boo will most definitely be missed for sure in the rap game. We seen what's going on with first I want to say this real quick. I want to brush through this. When we look at Kanye West, just staying in hip hop. When,
Mm-hmm.
when we look at Kanye, I want to jump over to Kanye West real quick because there's been a lot going on with Ye. But you was one of the first niggas I feel like, fam, not to really check Ye, but to kind of say, fam, hold on, fam, hold on, fam, you need to chill, fam. How
Yeah.
do you feel like Kanye had real people around him? Because I feel like you was the first nigga to really kind of just tell him, say, man, hold on, fam, come on, my nigga, come on, bro. You feel me? Do you feel like Kanye got any real people around him, or just yes,
Well,
people
I
in the
mean,
industry?
I know that I know for sure he has some real people around him, like for sure,
Yeah,
right? Because I know some of the people that were around him at the time, and then there were people around him at the time that when that happened, they reached out to me like we're happy that you said something. But you have to
yeah,
understand, bro. I don't think we understand like how famous a Kanye West is. Kanye West is so famous that having a moment with Kanye West can make you famous.
yeah,
So when
yeah,
somebody is different, somebody might be able to play ball and he got his family with him and his entire people with him, and they bring up a bunch of people and he's important to that group of people. And so you got to make sure he cool. You know what I'm saying? We all know the guys like, hey man, yo, make sure he get home straight because he got to
yeah,
go play against Christian Central or whatever. With Kanye West, I don't even fault the people around him from not being real because their proximity to him, a lot of them, is their only relevance.
yeah,
If you are the dude that's the lead designer at Yeezy, or if you are a producer that works exclusively with Kanye West, or somebody that's writing for him, like there's not much you can do. Like, he is so important. We're talking about a guy who was a billionaire. I
yeah,
think the more important thing is not about the people that's around Kanye and his entertainment posse. Is this man has a family, and I don't give a fuck what you think. He's unraveling, and the
yeah.
people
I
and
agree.
the question I ask now is, yo, man, who is gonna help Kanye West, even with no malice? For me, right now, it's gone so far that I don't even give a fuck anymore. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But the question is, like, who's gonna help him? Like, as a person, as a human being, like, who gonna help him? Who is gonna cut through the bullshit, get into there, Kanye, Amari, or West, and help him? Right now, they say they can't even find him. So,
yeah.
I pray for
Yeah,
everybody
I'm
involved.
glad. I'm glad you said that. I ain't paid too much attention to it. But I've been seeing the headline like the nigga missing or something right now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know yet. We only too early to say something happened to him. But you're right. That nigga's unraveling. And I take my hat off to you for being one of the cats, for far as we've seen in the media online, on TV, to
Yeah.
say, hey, my nigga, fam, you going, you going a little too far. I want to say this, fam. With the with the game the way it is, let's move off Kanye West. I want to just breeze through a few things. With the game the way it is right now, we looking at YSL. I want to jump over to YSL. We're looking at YSL. I think the hip hop era we come from, the last thing niggas want to be called was a snitch, a rat, this or that. How do you feel now looking at this YSL situation, seeing what's going on with Young Thug, seeing a lot of niggas around them not mind taking this time and going on about their business? Do you feel like the game has changed? You feel like shit been like this, bro? We just now witnessing it.
So I can't say about how long it's been like that because that was never my lifestyle. The only thing I knew was that if you was in Baton Rouge, you just couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't even be about like if you told, if your brother told. Like if you were the brother of somebody who told, like it was like you just couldn't tell. Like it was like the police come to you. Man, one time my father, rest in peace, my daddy ain't never been involved in nothing criminal, right? That just it wasn't. Guy come to the house, he running from somebody. He was like, "Yo, it's people behind me, like whatever, like call the police for me." He come knocking at the door late at night. It's like maybe like 2 o'clock in the morning. He said, "Hey, these niggas after me, man. Call the police for me right there." My dad's like, "Nah, we don't call the police." Like, no. He's like, "We don't go around the corner to the Circle K and like have the people at the Circle K call the police for you. Like, we don't call them." Like,
so Pops wasn't letting them in. You ain't coming in this motherfucker.
No.
And I'm not calling the laws.
So let me tell you how this happened. I'm on the couch, sleep. I fall asleep on the couch. I wake up, boom, 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 boom. Like, what the fuck? I get up in Gardere Lane, Louisiana. I get up.
Yeah.
I walk around. I'm like, my daddy come out the back. Hey, your ass, sit down. So I'm sitting on the couch. I hear the dude say, "Hey, man, it's niggas on me. It's niggas on me, man. Like, call the police for me. Call the police for me. Can you call the police for me?" My dad's like, "No, nah. Ain't calling ain't no police. Ain't no police." Like, yo, because it's like right around on Gardere was Circle K. He's like, walk around, go to the Circle K, you call the police come over. It's a bunch of people out there, you'll be straight. And the nigga said, I never forget, niggas ain't going to no fucking Circle K. My dad said, look, and all I saw was him like slam the door and go back to the room. And when he came back out, he had the shotgun on him.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't. He wasn't about that. He didn't bullshit. No. So I say all that to say that, like, so that I don't know. I never been in the street, so I don't know how if it was. I don't know how it's changed, but I can tell you one thing that I do believe. Yeah, I think that the internet has really diluted a lot of this because flossing used to be you floss for the people in your hood, right? Yeah. Or if you became a rapper, you got to floss for people in music videos, right? But now your digital life, who you are on the internet, on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere, is so important. It's so important that people think you have it. It's so important that people think this and you that. People are putting now, I don't think that connection to any sort of ethic that would make somebody go stand up and do 10 and do 15. And I'm not telling people what they should do. I think that's pretty much gone now, bro. I think people are going to do what they got to do to stay free and stay out of jail. And, you know, what's happening in Atlanta, I can't say nothing for Thug and the rest of his people, but I just hope everybody paying attention because that's not the first or last place that somebody gonna start doing this. Wherever you at, claiming all of this shit, they're gonna come after you next. So start cleaning your shit up.
No, that's real shit. That's real shit, fam. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna say this. I feel like, you know, niggas gotta know. You know, I tell the youth all the time, I bump into a lot of young cats out here. I tell them, fam, these streets, nigga, when they tell you they don't love you, they not bullshit. Niggas gonna do what they gotta do. If a nigga point a gun at you to save his life, what makes you think he won't point the finger at you? You feel me? So I let cats know that all the time. I see these young cats, I tell them, stop the gang bang, you know, get off the goofy shit. Because I was once out there with all the goofy shit, had to grow up. You know what I'm talking about? Get shit together and like, I was out there bad, fam. I was out there.
I feel you. Let me ask you then, since I said, I'm not going to speak. Do you feel like it's changed?
I'm going to say this. I feel like now we can just see it. I feel like niggas been telling to save their life. You know, when we think about some of the niggas we heard back in the day, the Alpos, the Nicky Barnes, you know, we hearing about niggas who gave up several niggas to eventually go home one day. So I feel like, you know, when it comes to saving your own life, that's not nothing new. I feel like back in the slave days, nigga tell on the damn runaway slave which way he go. Shit, you don't want your ass whooped. You gonna point which way his ass ran. So I feel like when it comes to just saving yourself, that's just a human trait that people want to say they don't got it. Oh, I'm a street nigga, this and that. Until you in that situation where they're offering you 30 years, I don't think nobody can say shit. That's why on my show I let them know, bro, you can say what you want. let them offer your ass 30 years, never going home to your woman, your kids, your family. You know what I mean? Nah, niggas, yeah,
Yeah.
niggas joking. But
Yeah.
nah, yeah, niggas are joking. I well, yeah, for real. What was I gonna say? Well, yeah. So with that situation though, I feel like just hip hop overall. I want to say just hip hop in general. I feel like right now, like you said, the Instagram, social media, clout chasing, hip hop is most definitely changed, and I'm happy to say that I wanted to be a rapper back in the day. You feel me? Back in the early 2000s and shit like that. Because today, being a rapper, bro, oh man, you got hell no, nigga, ain't no way, bro. Doing show, I see for a finesse 2 times. They just put out some news about him today, saying the promoter was robbed and
Yeah, I
this
saw
and
that.
bro, I couldn't even imagine, bro, being on them roads anymore because I was signed a Little Flip when I was younger. You know what I mean? I was
Okay,
signed
word up.
salute to my dog Little Flip, and I was out there running around on the road. A lot of shit going on. You know what I mean? And I could even imagine that today, bro, trying to do that, bro, with this internet and this social media, bro. A lot of niggas are dying just trying to show people that they tough, just show niggas how hard they is. You know what I mean? So,
And I think so for me is like remember wherever you was before, right? You had an issue with somebody.
yeah.
You going back and forth, right? It is what it is. Even if it's like imagine that is the internet has made it so to where you have people literally talking to you that live in Boise, Idaho, telling you if you don't slide, you a hoe. Like if you don't, like you literally have
Yeah.
like people from the suburbs who are mimicking your slang and telling you have to kill somebody. And it's like a million voices, bro. Hip hop homicides, like it was all of that stuff was just gas on the fire. Gas on the
Yeah.
fire. I want to say something about hip hop homicides real quick. I want to say
Yeah.
something to the city of Dallas real quick.
Yeah.
I want to let people know something, and this is just general, and this is to the city of Dallas, but this is in general too.
Yeah.
On our show, we cannot speculate. The streets might know something. Like y'all might know why something happened. Y'all might know exactly who did it.
Yeah.
And y'all might know what's going to happen later. Sko, I bet I could ask you to break down that situation and other situations, and you could give me a rundown of it that's probably 100% accurate, right? With your footprint in the city. We can't do that.
Exactly.
So for the people that will watch the show and be like, why didn't y'all say who really was behind this? Or why did y'all say this? Or we literally legally, like we can't say that. We can't put a body on somebody. We can only ask questions and then talk around the situation. I'm
gonna say this. I'm gonna say it.
Right.
When it comes to the Mo3 situation, a lot of people want to hear about Trap Boy Freddy and Yellow Beezy.
Can't do it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and because like you said, nobody's putting nothing on nobody. That's not. Nobody said that. The Dallas police ain't said that you cannot put shit on niggas. But people felt like, oh, those were the people he was, going back and forth with. So people most definitely was like, why didn't they interview Yellow Beezy or Trap Boy Freddy? And I'm like, nah, that's not what they were doing.
Okay, now I want to let people know something else. We try to interview everyone.
Okay.
So it was about who would talk to us. So it's not like we didn't try. We tried to interview everybody. Like we wanted to get everybody involved. But as far as like mentioning people names and saying that, and I feel people because they're like, yo, man, why aren't you talking about the people who we feel like or whatever? We could not do that. Like there's an actual case, and legally we just can't put bodies on people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I'm glad y'all did the way y'all did it. That was respectful. When I sat down with you, we talked, and we let it be known that we not about that shit. We not about putting bodies on niggas, just throwing niggas' names in shit. That's not what my show is about. My show is about just reporting, breaking down what's already out there. And the Dallas police arrested Devin Brown and Banzo Bling. So, nigga, you cannot just throw bodies on niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I agree with you and hip hop homicide the way y'all did it.
But I do feel, people, when you're talking about stuff going on in people's city, they're very connected to it. So I just want to let people know I've heard their criticisms, I've heard what they've had to say, but just like that's what I would say to them.
No, okay, now most definitely, bro. That's dope. But I'm glad you addressed that. You know what I mean? But overall, I think Hip Hop Homicides did a great job. I think y'all, covered things and gave us a lot of shit we didn't know. You know what I mean? Y'all even called me up on the Magnolia Shorty story. I'm talking about a lot of different things I didn't know about, stuff that happened back then before social media was really popping. So I think 50 did a great job putting it together. Tell me this. Will it be a season 2?
We're still waiting for the word about that, about
Yeah.
season 2. Looks
Yeah,
promising.
okay.
But I will tell you this right now. When we do season 2 of Hip Hop Homicides,
Yeah.
I'm going to bring Sko back.
Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. Got to bring Sko back. Got to bring Sko back.
Sko's energy, his
Yeah.
ability to break down things going on in the street and translate the culture. Sko's his presence. I was very impressed by you.
Man, I appreciate it, fam.
I could see sending Sko any place.
We there.
Any place.
We there.
And letting him talk to people, letting him get with people, letting him. I can see you being all over the place. I've been said that as a correspondent, as a whatever. Like I enjoyed having you on the show, and I'm telling you, if we do it again, I'm gonna bring Sko to the Hip Hop Homicides team.
Man, most definitely, bro. That's love, fam. And with that, we're gonna sign off, bro. With that, I'm gonna let you get back to your shit, man. Appreciate you for joining us, bro. You was a man of your word. You said, Sko, I said, nigga, fuck with the show. You said, nigga, hey, let me know when. We did it, fam. So now salute to my nigga Van Lathan, bro. Hip Hop Homicide. We waiting to see if it's gonna be a season 2. If it is, y'all, he said he bringing Sko back. I'm back, y'all. So salute to Van Lathan, man. Salute, bro.
All right, brother.
Salute,
Peace,
man.
my man.
Salute. Peace.